Hello, strange creatures, and welcome to the Universe Ball Podcast, an anthology podcast where we make and play tabletop role-playing games. So stupid, so absurd, you have to hear it. I'm the voice in your head, Dylan Ased, and this energy is completely and utterly insincere. I may not know how to podcast, but I sure know how to scream.
Hello, my name is Sami Jarbouh. I'm a tabletop roleplayer future educator, and I play Blizzard Boy, the mischievous 12-year-old wildcard of the group who ran away from a suburban life to have fun and do crime.
What's up, gamers? I'm Ryan Fahed, minor, and I play the most experienced member of the group, Barry Tartman, an earnest con man who's committed to a life of crime.
And I'm Daniel Williams. I play Todd, Zodd, Mclodd, a young intern who just found out that his summer internship is, in fact, a group of thieves.
What you're about to hear is 4 friends playing their way through a story-based campaign and just generally fucking around. If that sounds like your thing, consider subscribing. If not, I'm outside your window. This is the finale of the SSOS, a story about post-apocalyptic lizard people heisting an interdimensional cruise ship. This game was made by Sammy and me back in 2020. We hope you enjoy it. The last we saw you three, the Adobian people were celebrating the defeat of the dreaded Duddlepaw. When Duddlepaw and the Duddlepaw gang wreaked havoc on the Skypool deck, you and your crew bid farewell to Jem Dreamweaver and bravely teamed up with Professor Cupterclonk to set things right. With a combination of sentient air, mood tanning lights, and lots of butter, the Duddlepaw gang was teleported into the vacuum of space. By the end, Barry proved himself a worthy leader, Todd fully transitioned into a hardened criminal, and Blizzard Boy rescued and reunited with his long-lost father, President Dahlia, who administered the finishing blow on Duddlepaw. But, just as celebration commenced, the mysterious captain of the SSOS informed you that he'd kidnapped Jem. You are still standing in the Skypool deck right after hearing this news. President Dahlia is currently being celebrated as a hero. Hooray for President Dahlia! President Dahlia climbs down from the crowd who's hoisting him up, and he walks over to Blizzard Boy and he gives him a hug. Jeremy, it's so good to see you again. And then he puts him up on his shoulders.
Okay, I reluctantly smile. I can't help that. Dad, you're actually really cool.
He sets you down and he's like, "Here comes the tickle monster. Here comes."
Oh, yeah, okay, not too much. No, that's too much. That you know.
Looks like Jim's in trouble.
Oh no.
Let me remember. The captain's quarters was back by gift shop shopkeeper's place, right?
It is on the main deck, yes.
Oh, what are we waiting for, guys? We have to go save Jem. Hey, Blizzard Boy, let's go save Jem.
Meanwhile, Blizzard Boy is on top of President Dahlia's shoulders, and the Adobian crowd is cheering them on, and the two are basking in the adoration.
MVP.
Everyone loves me!
MVP.
Blizzard Boy.
Oh, yo, what's up, Todd? All right, hold up, Dad. 1 second. All right, I jump off his shoulders. I just rush in. I just give him a big old hug. We did this, we worked together and we freaking took out Duddlepaw. And my dad wasn't a loser. That's so cool.
Yeah, that's great and all, Blizzard Boy, but we really gotta save Jem, so let's get a move on.
I don't think I want to go.
Blizzard Boy.
I don't think I think y'all can just go save her, It's not like she would care.
Blizzard Boy,
I don't know. My dad cares about me and he's cool. Yeah, Glugon, he straight up told me, Jem, didn't love me. And I just thought he was, being old Glugon.
Your mom doesn't love you? Classic Glugon.
Classic Glugon line. Classic Glugon.
Blizzard Boy,
He just pissed his pants.
Yeah, see, Todd.
It's blood.
See, Todd, you can't even say anything because it's true, and probably so does Barry, and that's why he's quiet.
Blizzard Boy. I kind of kneel in front of him, even though he's like a foot shorter than me. I lean down a bit to meet him.
You kneel and you're just looking up at Blizzard Boy.
What's up, Barry?
You know what Jem has done for me. Even if she hasn't felt the same way towards you, she means a lot to me. And I know that bringing you to the captain's quarters will only put you in more danger when you're already happy here. So me and Todd are gonna go defeat the captain and save Jem.
You're right, Barry. This is our mission.
Is this... Well, it's not the end of our group, though, right? This is not the end of us. No
matter what happens, Blizzard Boy, stay safe.
I guess I guess I should just stay here.
It's for your safety, Blizzard Boy.
Unless y'all want me to come with you. Maybe.
You have nothing to gain from this, really. I mean, you said it yourself. Jim isn't that wildly fond of you.
I want to come. Like, can you invite me?
It's gonna be dangerous, Blizzard Boy.
I mean,
More dangerous than before.
yeah, I'm no stranger to danger.
And Blizzard Boy, you just found your dad. It would be a real travesty for you to die right after that.
You hate my dad. All you talk about is hating my dad.
But we care about you, Blizzard Boy.
No, screw it. Now you want me to go. I'm going. I'm going with you guys. I'm going.
All right.
What are we gonna do, guys?
Okay, Todd, calm down.
We need to come up with a plan.
Very chill.
Very chill. He's just very calmly like, I'm worried. Chill the fuck out.
Guys, I'm so concerned right now. This is also more than just Jem. If the captain continues making these universe balls, then he'll keep on, like, continuing this, like, cycle that the SOS has been in.
Well, Barry, you're friends with the captain, remember?
Todd, I don't think he was serious about that.
No, I was not serious about that.
What?
Can I try and find a cup?
Yeah, I mean, Cup is there beside you guys. She's already running over to like all the injured like Adobians, and she's like trying to like help them.
Cup, I can see you're busy and all, but, our mom's in danger and, we really need your help.
Wait, you guys are brothers?
Well,
No.
Not like
It's,
that. No.
Found family trope.
Guys, my hands are kind of full. There's weapons all over the floor around here. I mean, just look around and pick something up.
Let's look around. I'm gonna look around. What do we got?
Okay, so there's the shitty stuff. As far as the shitty stuff, there's laser knives, there's shattered glass bottles, and then there's a bag of like rings that if you put them on, you could then launch your fingers like they're missiles. But if you do so, like those fingers are gone forever. There is what's called a gravity rifle, a rifle that increases the weight of gravity for whoever is shot with it, and the effects are gradual. At first, it'll simply decrease the dexterity of the victim by -2 per hit, but after like about 6 shots, the victim will be like completely crushed by the pull of gravity. There is what's called a memory invader, and it is a helmet that when you place it on an enemy, it lets you enter their most cherished memory. Like for instance, it could be like a childhood birthday party, and you could just completely mess with it however you want, and it'll like affect their current personality. There is something called a limb mirroring blow dart. It's a blow dart gun that when you fire it at a body part, it causes the body part of the victim to exactly mirror your own for 3 turns.
Oh.
And it comes with 5 darts.
Oh.
There are shards of Duddlepaw's shell also that you could take and use like a sword or like a, some sort of sharp weapon.
I'm gonna grab the limb mirroring blow dart, and
I want to grab the gravity rifle.
Blizzard Boy, do you want to grab a weapon?
Yeah, I grab the memory rifle.
It's not the memory rifle, the memory invader.
Yeah, you know what? Oh, okay, so I don't know what the fucking gun is called.
It's not a gun, it's a helmet. Guns, helmets, what's the difference?
Or memory helmet.
Are you sure you don't want... I'm going to ask you grab something that can deal damage.
All right, I'm gonna take some finger missiles because I got a bazooka on one hand. I'll get the missiles on the same bazooka hand, and I'll just start firing a bazooka, and then I'll fire missiles from the bazooka. Yeah.
Can I wait? Can I grab one more thing? Can I grab a piece of the shell?
Okay.
I was trying to find a more like roundish piece to serve as sort of a shield.
Okay, so you grab a shield, from a Duddlepaw shield. So the 3 of you are gonna like head towards the main deck, towards the captain's door.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wait, Jeremy! And like President Dadia runs up to you guys and he's like, where are you going?
I'm taking one final ride with my boys. We're saving this universe once and for all.
Wait, you guys can't go fight the captain?
He's gonna kill our mom.
She's not your mom. I'm your dad.
and he like grabs your arm. He's like,
You can't be risking your life like this. I mean, everything's
Dad.
over. What?
I love you, and don't worry, because you're gonna see me again, and we'll celebrate. I'm gonna have as many apple juice as I want. It's on you, Dad. It's on you.
President Dadia like looks at you for a minute and he turns around and he grabs a jacket off of a dead body and he puts a jacket around you and then he's like and then he gives you a camera and he's like, take pictures.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks, Dad. I give him a hug.
And he hugs you tight, and he struggles to let you go.
All right, guys, let's go already.
All right, we should probably get going. All right, Dad, I'll
Yeah.
see you. All right, Blizzard Boy, I love you. Love you too, Dad. It's like I'm going off to a field trip. Please come back.
So let's get to that captain's quarter.
Okay, so you guys return to the main deck. People are like kind of like getting their bearings all around you, and they're celebrating, and like Jif Bop is kind of like dusting himself off at the other end of the room. And you guys go to the staircase leading up to the captain's doors, which are like decorated with a glittery cursive font that says Captain's Deck. The velvet ropes have like detached from the poles, and they're like on the ground.
I need to think of something cool to make my sand. Dylan, do you have any suggestions for sand?
You should make like a beach bucket and like a little handle, like a little shovel
Out of sand?
Everything but the
for
sand.
sand. For sand, yes.
It literally becomes obsolete as soon as you make it. There's no more sand.
Yeah.
I know.
What if I made a whip?
A whip, you can make a whip.
What if you made like a whip? I was gonna say like a hoverboard or something.
Why don't you just make an atomic bomb? And, like, you win automatically.
That's a weapon.
Why don't you just make a bomb that could only kill the captain?
Okay.
Why don't you make a single grain of
Come on,
sand?
a hoverboard is game breaking. I can flip gravity.
No, I'm not making fun of you. I'm just.
Oh, okay.
Just doing a
'Cause it
bit.
seemed
I'm
like
just
you
doing
were.
a bit separate from you. So, God.
You that was it. You were such a gaslight.
Yeah, okay. Barry's gonna form his, as we go up the stairs, Barry's gonna form his sand into a whip. Are you guys ready?
I guess
Ready
so, Barry.
as I'll ever be.
All right, we march towards the door. It's like an action movie, and it's like, Barry's in the center, then me and Todd are at the side. It's like a slow motion walk.
Okay. You step into a dim corridor full of dormant machinery. The gravity is noticeably lower here. At the end of the hall is a silver teleportation wall labeled Control Room.
That looks like the place to be. And these are all just dormant robots, right?
It's all dormant machinery.
Anything of note about this machinery?
Well, it is like saws and like lasers and like all kinds of like things that look like they could really hurt you.
It's a good thing they're dormant then. I should teach this guy a thing or two about how to set up a receptionist room. This place is dismal. Let's just get to the control room already.
All right, I follow along. I follow behind Todd. I'm just like looking around. I'm taking pictures with my camera.
Okay. As soon as you move forward, you trigger an activation mechanism, and thousands of little green light bulbs light up the room. Now in front of you three appear like 3 holograms of the toe beeps. Like their data is being used basically as like a face to talk to you. And they're speaking with like a robotic voice identical to the ship's service robots, and they warn, "Intruders detected, defenses activated." And lasers and saws spring to life and start whirring and swinging at top speeds. The toe beeps continue by saying, "Advance forward if you wish to be violently murdered."
That is not what I wish.
Bazooka hand, go! I shoot my bazooka hand.
You shoot a bazooka and it goes right through the holograms of the toe beeps and across the hall and into the silver teleportation wall, and it just vanishes.
Oh man, wait, is that my whole hand or do I have more?
You have 4 more.
All right, I was just testing them. They're holograms, y'all. They're holograms.
Can I look around the room? Like, is there any like obvious like off switch or like a machinery to mess with?
There's no obvious off switch.
Is there anything on the ceiling?
Just swinging saws.
Oh my god. Are we at the parkour?
You will die if you continue forward violently.
I say, the valiant only taste of death once, and I rush through and I jump through and try to
No,
like.
I grab him. I'm gonna grab him. I'm gonna grab him.
But Barry, I had him. Don't worry, bro.
Okay, I'm gonna add something here. So like in the center of the hall pops out like basically this like robotic peacock, right? And like its feathers in the back are a saw. And it's like moving towards you like really fast, and before it gets to you, it slides back into the floor, slides back to its starting point, comes back up, and it keeps repeating that cycle over and over.
How much progress does it make before it like resets its cycle?
It's basically like getting up to you guys' faces with the saw, and then before it touches you, it like slides back into the floor. back into its compartment.
But the cycle is like what, 2 seconds? Like 5?
Yeah, about 5 seconds.
The only thing I can think of is hopping into that compartment with the peacock. But I feel like that'd be too dangerous for the peacock still active.
Move forward and you will be murdered violently.
Thanks for the reminder.
Very helpful, Toby.
Can I try shooting one of the saws above us with the gravity rifle?
Yes. So you fire at the saw, and the swinging saw, like, before the laser hits it, it like dodges the laser. It like it stops its momentum and like goes the opposite direction. And the hologram like kind of twitches, and it's like unethical.
Huh?
Wait, did that saw just dodge an attack?
This robot, this place is more sentient than we think.
Sentient? Do you think it has memories?
Let's try and find more ways we can mess with it. Try shooting the peacock, Todd.
All right. Todd just like switches to Soup's rifle instead and just like fires that at the peacock.
The peacock dodges. It like goes back into its compartment and ducks. The peacock ducks.
Oh.
I got it.
Well, guys, if these saws dodge our weapons, then couldn't we, in theory, just charge into them while firing wildly?
That sounds like a great idea,
That's
Todd.
a brilliant idea, Todd. Can I start like swinging the whip in front of me like a flail?
Yes.
Okay, I want to start like doing that like around me, just all around me, and trying to like start moving forward.
Okay. You know, you're throwing your whip, and as you're moving forward, everything is like all of the defenses are like sort of waving around you, and nothing is touching the three of you. It's getting super, super close to each of your like faces and torsos and whatnot, but nothing is actually like touching you.
Huh.
So we can just go through the room like that?
Yes, you could basically just walk through.
Yeah, we
Wait.
can do that.
Okay, let's walk.
Todd is like still just firing wildly just in case.
And like everything is like dodging your lasers like perfectly. And the toe beeps are like unethical behavior.
Can I jump at a saw?
Yes.
I just want to jump into it.
You jump
Okay, I
at a saw and it like literally like bends in half and like dodges your body. It doesn't allow you to touch it.
Okay, I'm like running wildly to try to get hit by the saw. I'm like chasing it.
It's running away from you.
Come back here.
You guys make it across the hall. And you're at the
okay.
silver teleportation.
Bro, even the ship is scared of us after what we did to Duddlepaw. Oh my god.
Todd is like shaking and still looks terrified despite that.
Listen, boy, don't get too overconfident.
Are we the best thieving gang in the galaxy? I mean, like Duddlepaw destroys planets, and we destroyed Duddlepaw.
So in a way, we destroyed the planet.
Yeah.
No.
You guys are just like the top of the totem pole. Like you could destroy
Yeah.
a planet because
Yeah,
you
if we
destroyed the
wanted
planet
to.
destroying
Yeah.
thing.
Okay. Alright, let's keep moving. We go into the door.
Yeah,
We walk in.
we walk in.
We walk through the freaking silver wall.
Okay. So you guys step through the silver teleportation wall, and each of you is teleported into the same dark maze of stone-like control panels. However, you're all split up into separate servers. So you're in the same spot but different planes of existence. And just a heads up, the gravity here seems to be just as low as the last room, so you're kind of floaty.
Blizzard Boy, Todd.
Can we hear each other?
No, you cannot hear each other.
Can we talk or
Well, you have walkie-talkies. Or do you? Does everyone have a walkie-talkie?
Yeah.
I think I took Blizzard
Yeah.
Boys.
Aw, man. Okay. I'm just alone.
I'm just saying
guys-
continuity. I'm pretty sure I took Blizzard.
Guys, Blizzard Boy, you don't have a walkie-talkie. You're just alone in this like dark.
Can you hear me?
Blizzard Boy, Todd, are you there?
Yeah, I can hear you. Where'd you go?
Oh God, I hope they're okay.
I really hope Blizzard Boy's okay.
Yeah, I think I gave his walkie-talkie to Professor Cup.
Man, they must be so scared right now.
Is there any exit to this place? Is it just the?
It is just the silver teleportation wall.
This is the only place the captain could be.
He might be on his own plane of existence. Yeah.
Yeah, can you describe the room?
The room is covered in notes, maps, and photographs, and appears thoroughly lived in. You could sense the presence of something foreign lurking about. Directly in front of you is a cartoonishly oversized lever on a stone tablet that has the words engine power engraved above it.
Are you seeing the big lever that says engine power on it? Right?
Yeah,
Fuck, is this a puzzle?
and I don't know about you, but every fiber of my being wants to yank it.
We're just gonna assume that Blizzard Boy already is gonna pull it, right?
We cut the Blizzard Boy.
Oh man, what is this? What is, wait.
Why are you guys like stoned? Like it's just like...
Oh man, what the hell is this?
Why is he so dumb?
Hey, he's 10. He's 10 years old.
He's 12.
Or
but
11,
yeah.
12. Okay, no, that's actually no. Never mind. It's a little bit. All right, I'm just gonna pull it.
You flip the switch, but instead of like the engine shutting off, a disembodied, echoey voice informs you that to shut off the engine switch must be flipped to the off position in all 10,000 servers. To merge the servers into one, you must first answer 3 security questions to prove you are authorized to command this ship.
Okay, I can do that.
Wait, is that in all of us? Is that in
You
all
all
of us?
heard that, yes. That voice went to all of the 10,000 servers.
All right. So question number 1. Let's hear it.
I'm assuming he pulled the lever.
Yeah, he probably did.
What is the SSOS's rental code?
No.
Oh, I know this one.
Can I look around? Like, can I look at the notes around the room?
So Barry, you lurk about the maze, and you arrive at a dead end of the maze. There are thousands of faded postcards from various planets flecked across the floor. The wall is covered in brittle maps of the universe with red X's marked over planets. Taped in the center of this collage is a rental document for the SSOS. There's a section on the deed asking the renter on a scale of 1 to 10 what their experience with the ship has been, and it's been marked with a thick and angry 1. The rental code of the ship is 000000000.
What, do you like know binary or something and that's like a
zeros.
dirty joke?
It's all 0000000. It's just zeros. Okay.
I feel like an idiot for not even realizing.
I'm not gonna lie, it also took me a split second. I was like, wait, what? Oh.
I was just thinking like, oh yeah, that's
Okay.
binary.
Yeah,
God, this guy's smart.
I wanna pick up the rental code, that paper, so I'll have it.
Okay, you grab it.
Well, I don't know this one. All right, what's question number 2?
What do you miss most about home?
Why did it go to question number 2, Todd? Do you know what happened?
Wait.
I kind of miss my mom.
Incorrect.
Computer, go back to question number 1.
What is the SSOS's rental code?
No, I want number 2. I want to try number 2 again.
What do you miss most about home?
Computer, go back to number 1.
Maybe like my
What is the
favorite.
SSOS's rental
come
code?
on.
Zero. Zero.
Why does it keep
Todd
doing
is
that?
Zero.
just super confused
Zero.
right now.
Zero.
Zero, 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 zero.
Correct.
Correct.
There's a ding, and there's like 3 light bulbs like over the lever, and like one of them lights up with a green light.
Oh shit, I bet one of Barry or Todd got that right. Okay, I'm starting to get it now. All right, let's try number 2 again.
What do you miss most about home?
What do I miss most about home? Was I lying earlier? Man, what do I miss most about home? What do I care about?
I really hope that Blizzard Boy catches on that this is about the captain and not himself.
All right. Is there anything else I can see in the room?
Yeah. Can I like look around at the pictures and stuff?
Okay, Todd and Barry, you guys are like sifting around, and Todd. So basically, just all around the room, there are just hundreds of old handwritten notes, just generally like left around. And Todd, you find one that says, "To Susie from Captain Flash." Basically, this one says, "Day 1. I'm going to try my best to log this trip so you could read all about the places I visit when I return. I spent my first day watching the sunset on Bauble. The yellow suns in this dimension don't compare to the ones back home. I think that's my favorite thing about our dimension. Can't wait to see the sunsets with you soon."
That's it. His favorite thing back on his planet is Susie.
All right, Todd. I'm not seeing where that's written down, but I trust you.
Incorrect.
God dang it, Todd.
What do you miss most about home?
Well, if this were my dad answering the question, he would probably say he misses me the most. So I'm gonna say son.
Correct. The green light. Like,
I'm so good at this.
Aha, I knew I was right.
Oh, good job, Todd. I'm sorry I doubted you.
Question 3. Who is the most important person in the world to you? So do you guys want to keep reading?
Yeah.
So Barry, like, while all that's happening, you're sifting through the rest of the notes, and so you're just reading through, and you find one that says, Day 23. I ran into some fuel trouble with pirates today. It'll be a little longer before I'm home. Day 50. Turns out the SSOS has the ability to convert planets into fuel, but here's the catch. It doesn't compress planets with anything living on them because it's unethical or something. Year 13. I've been gone so long that you're old enough to hear me curse, so let me just say this has been the worst goddamn trip of my life. I miss you, kiddo. Scomper does too. Year 408. I've been using Scomper to destroy the planets so that we could turn them into fuel. Is that crazy? That's not crazy, right? Hee hee hoo, he hoo, ha he, hoo he. Year 3048. I was so close to getting the last universe ball. Some stragglers somehow fought off Scomper, and now that tiny population is the only thing standing between us. I'll have to abduct the remaining inhabitants and turn them into servants back home. I hope I get to see you before I die. If I ever get to deliver these letters, just know I didn't abandon you, Susie.
Wow, that last one seems a little familiar.
Yeah.
I might have seen it in a movie once.
Well, let's piece this together. I think Susie is his kid, right? He left. He ran out of fuel. He started making universe balls. And now he's trying to get home.
Can I also say there's one there's a screen on the wall that has like security footage of like Glugon's species basically like raiding the ship for fuel.
I guess Glugon was a pirate.
Well, he was the first person to like rob the ship.
And that's why he ended up in the brig,
In the hand dungeon.
I don't think you guys are understanding the implication here.
What?
I'm not.
No. Glugon's a crazy guy.
Well, no, just like Glugon's species, the pirates, they robbed the fuel, which is why Captain Flash needed fuel, which is why Captain Flash destroyed all of these planets, including yours.
Oh.
What the fuck? Glugon. Wait, I don't know
Oh,
this.
God.
Classic Glugon.
Glugon.
Your mom doesn't love you. Oh, Glugon. Oh.
Glugon.
Well, that's not very good.
Who is the most important person in the world to you?
Susie.
Oh, come on. That was gonna be my redemption answer.
The last light bulb lights up, and the 10,000 servers all merge into one. And you all spot each other in the room together, and you're now all in the same plane of existence. As you regroup, a blurry red figure glides across the deck in the corner of your eye.
Who is that?
Shoot.
Shoot? Okay, shoot.
Ah!
What are you firing? Your bazooka or missile ring?
I'll do a missile thinger this time.
Okay, your missile ringer, it's heat targeted. So when you fire your which finger are you firing?
Index.
Okay, you fire your index finger. So it like starts like twirling and like spirals and like going around back and forth, and it just can't keep up with whatever's gliding across the room, and it eventually just like loses steam, and it just your finger just falls to the ground and like just like in a little puff.
So it's like moving at like lightning speed pretty much just around us.
I don't understand the implications of this.
I guess he's called Captain Flash for a reason.
Is he too cold or too hot? I don't get it.
Is Jem in here anywhere? Can we see Jem?
Jem is nowhere to be seen, but as like this red blurry figure like glides across you guys, you hear,
He's got Jem.
Oh shit, that's Jem.
Blizzard boy. Now's our chance. I reach into my duffel bag, I pull out a stick of butter.
I pull out my stick of butter.
I butter to the floor.
3,
I butter the floor.
2, 1. I chuck it. We chuck the butter.
We chuck the butter
I'm
on the
assuming
floor.
you- Yeah.
like you leave a puddle of butter basically, and Captain Flash. Sorry, hang on. That's not what I expected. So give me a second.
You give me tools, I'm gonna use them.
It's called improv, Dylan.
Well, like, okay, the red blurry figure, as it goes across your puddle, it spirals out of control, and it starts spinning, and it slows down to the point where you could start to see a figure, and it regains control as it gets to the other end, and it continues on.
Had no effect.
I just like to remind you guys. Do you want this reminder?
Wait, I have an idea, but like, I just don't know if like stepping in his path will like instantly kill me.
Well, what's your idea about beyond that?
So I
Like,
have
is it
a
just
rope.
to step in his path. Yeah.
And we can tripwire him. You know, we can just like hold it out, and he'll run into it. Boing.
You could try that.
The classic Todd
Mhm.
tactic.
I wanna try and like point. I don't know why I have this. I have a hand mirror. So can I just try and like slowly like push that into his path and see what happens?
So you're gonna put the hand mirror out, basically, like put your hand out with the mirror.
I'm not gonna
what you're
put my
saying.
hand because I'm worried I'll lose my hand. Oh wait, no, never mind. I have ectoplasm hand. I can just hold my hand out.
Okay, perfect. So you put your ectoplasm hand out with the mirror, like holding it,
Mhm.
and as this blurry figure makes contact with the mirror, it shatters to pieces.
And there's like no chance of me like getting through without.
No. So do you guys want this like reminder?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The engine switch. Basically, the security questions word for the engine switch.
Is it on the other side of this blurry figure, though?
Well, I mean, I guess he's like going back and forth in front of it, yeah. But like,
Hmm.
yeah, so
Oh.
basically the blurry figure is going back and forth in front of the engine switch, which is now like ready to be.
Can I put
Turned
my
off.
hand through and make it not touchable so I can pull it without him cutting my hand off?
Okay, so you're going to use your ectoplasm hand, basically.
Yes.
So you put out your ectoplasm hand, which is intangible, and you're like reaching for the switch, and you feel like as this thing's body is like going through your hand back and forth as you're like reaching out. And right before your hand makes contact with the switch, a tall bipedal creature with a spindly body supported by a pillar of flesh slides in front of you. The thing's extremities are hanging off its one-eyed globule head like an octopus. The pedestal in its back seems to be the creature's primary form of movement. It bends up and down, causing the head and limbs to flail around like a marionette. In one of its hands is a golden saber, and the other is Jem, squirming about in fear.
Oh my god!
The figure's breathy grunts share the same voice as the captain of the ship. This is Captain Flash. So, he's like standing in front of the. He swings at your wrist with his sword and like knocks your hand back basically. And he's just like statured in front of you three, and he looks down at Jem with his one eye, and his pupil starts to swirl. Now, as that happens, like Jem's body deflates.
What?
And she basically like flattens into and transforms into a shield with her like face stretched across, and she's like freaking out.
What?
Flash holds this shield made like out of Jem in front of him, and he like prepares to swing his saber at the three of you.
Holy shit.
All right, everyone roll dexterity.
13.
4.
1.
Hey, I'm not the worst.
Okay. How do I a 1? That's not good.
That is not good.
Um,
Boy,
It's not
no.
I hope I have enough HP for this.
No.
Captain Flash, he's gonna swipe his sword, and you guys are staggered. Okay, so Barry is in the furthest back. You got knocked back.
Oh.
Todd is like in the middle, and then like Blizzard Boy is the closest. He swipes his sword across the three of you, and basically like it goes across Barry's torso, grazes Todd, and it pierces like the deepest into Blizzard Boy. Barry, actually, you take 3 points of damage.
And my shield blocks it. That's me taking no points of damage.
Todd, you take 5 points of damage. And Blizzard Boy, you take 8 points of damage.
Okay, 12 left. 12 left, boys.
I have an idea. Can I do something now?
Yes.
I want to get up closer to him just to ensure that I'm not terrible at aiming. And I want to take out the limb mirroring blow dart, and I want to try and hit him in the eye.
Okay. You're gonna have to do this really quick.
That is a 17.
So after he like swipes his sword across the three of you, he's kind of like hunched over, and his eye is like wide open looking at Blizzard Boy. And you fire your blow dart right into like the center of his pupil. His eye shuts and he drops his sword. He's still holding Jem.
Does that do damage?
Yes, because it's such a vital point. Go ahead and roll a d4.
3.
Okay.
Okay. Now this is my plan. So he has one eye, right?
Yes.
I have 2.
Yeah.
I would like to close one of my eyes and keep the other one open.
It's technically a limb-mirroring blow dart, and eyes are not limbs.
Well, they're organs, and that's close.
I'd say your head is separate from your torso, right?
You have control of his head, I guess. Yes.
Which is his eye.
could-
Which is his eye.
I'll say this, because you're closing one eye and not both, it's like rapidly opening and closing.
Okay, I'm okay.
It's like he's making flirty eyes at us.
He's winking at us.
Yeah, he's fluttering his
that-
eyes.
Captain, wow.
And after you do this, he's going to glide across the room, up the wall, and then across the ceiling, and he's hanging upside down right now.
Can I shoot him with my gravity rifle?
Yes.
Oh, husk.
It's going to be so funny if
That's a 15.
You fire your gravity rifle at him, and as it's moving towards him, he quickly puts his gem shield out in front of him, and it hits Jem. Go ahead and roll a d4 first of all.
That's 2.
Jem, she takes the hit. She's like,
Oh no, what have I done?
Jem takes the damage, and she gets a little heavier, and so Flash's arm kind of droops with her in it.
Oh, okay.
that's good.
Right now, Jem is dangling down from the ceiling, and he hasn't recovered yet.
I want to fire one of my finger bazookas at this evil man. Sorry, he's not a man. He's a creature.
Careful, don't hit Jim.
Okay. What finger are you firing?
I'm firing my thumb.
That's the most important one.
Okay, technically not a finger.
Well, it's my big boy thumb, and I got a 19. So
You put your hand out with a big thumbs up towards Captain Flash, and your thumb fires out right towards him while Jem's dangling. And so he's gonna roll disadvantage.
Yippee.
The thumb makes contact with him, and it hits the pillar that's suction to the ceiling, and
which is what I was aiming for.
Captain Flash falls on his back, and he picks up the golden sword while he's fumbling on the floor. Roll damage.
Perfect. I got an 8.
Can I try and should I do this? Let's do it. I wanna try and use my whip to grab the sword out of his hand and yank it away. Like a
Go ahead and roll.
That's a 5.
Okay, you fire your whip, you crack your whip at his sword, and it wraps around the tip of it, and it pulls basically the sword's pointy end towards your face, and a big puff of pheromones and smoke shoot out of the sword.
Pheromones.
Yes. Go ahead and put -1 on your armor class.
What does that do?
It -1's your armor class.
Nice.
It makes you easier to track, basically.
It also makes ants want to have sex with you.
Okay, Captain Flash is now going to attack. Since he's already pointing the sword towards you, Barry, he's just going to lunge forward.
What?
What is your dexterity?
It's a 13.
In that case, yes. So he lunges forward. He pierces your shoulder, Barry. So take 9 points of damage.
Yowzies.
It is through your shoulder.
Is there any way I can use the shield?
No, you missed. No.
I close my eyes.
Okay, yeah, his eye is shut right now.
Todd, do something.
He's swinging his sword wildly and blindly.
Come on, Todd.
Can I shoot his sword?
You could shoot his sword with the gravity. Yeah, go ahead and do so. He's gonna have disadvantage on that. Roll advantage on that. Sorry, you roll advantage.
Oh, okay. That first one's a 1. Okay, 17.
There we go.
Okay, you fire at his sword and it gets heavier, and his arm drops, and he becomes a little less dexterous. So right now his sword and shield are a little lower from where he was carrying them before.
Here's the thing. I only have 3 shots left, and then my bazooka hand, and I'm planning a very big attack on those, so I don't want to use them just yet. I want Todd. I'm gonna tell Todd hit Captain Flash with your gravity. Wait, are we next to each other?
Yeah,
Maybe
you're
don't yell.
screaming into his face.
You yell anyways.
Yeah. Oh shit. Sorry. Hit Captain Flash with your gravity gun. Okay, hit him. All right. I'm gonna do a really cool final attack. It's gonna be sick as hell. But then, before that, I need to save my shots. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna grab my crowbar, swag him with advantage.
Yes, as long as Barry has his eyes shut.
Thank you, Barry. 13.
Okay, so you it's almost subconsciously you were looking at Jem when you had the crowbar.
No.
And so you whacked the Jem shield, and go ahead and roll damage.
No.
Oh god. Okay, but a crowbar is just a D6, right? It's a D6.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. It could have been worse.
She's an
y'all.
old woman. She only has a D6 of health.
To be fair, I'll say Blizzard Boy definitely wasn't like consciously intending to do that. It just sort of like
Oh, thank you, DM, for clarifying. 5.
just trying to help you out, bitch.
She's emotionally scarred me. I can hear with the crowbar once. It's fine.
Oh,
Yeah, my bad, Jem. I was trying to.
Blizzard boy, you fucking you idiot!
Okay. See? You see what I'm talking about?
It's justified. You took a crowbar to her face. She took a crowbar to your heart. Like,
All right, I sheepishly back off.
okay, so Captain Flash is like, because you were shot with the pheromones berry, he's able to sort of sense where you are, and he's gonna swing at you. He's gonna roll disadvantage though.
I'm just gonna. I'm like up against the wall, right?
You back up against one of the stone control panels.
Can I get as small as I can and like put the shields in front of me?
Yes. So he's like swinging, and he's just hitting your shield over and over. He's caught you basically like cornered against the wall, and he's like attacking nonstop. And you can't see, and he can't see.
Barry, keep your eyes shut for just one more second.
It's getting harder. It's getting harder and harder to hold your shield up, Barry. I'll say that.
Okay, Todd, try to hit him with your gravity gun.
All right. I want to shoot Flash with my gravity rifle.
Roll advantage.
14.
You fire your gravity rifle, and it like basically it threads like through his like raised arm, like underneath it, like Flash's armpit, and it goes right into Barry's shield, and Barry's shield drops.
Oh, no.
So he's gonna swing. He's swinging at you, Barry, and take 7 points of damage.
What have I done?
He swipes across your face, leaving a really cool scar that's gonna be there for the rest of your life.
Okay. As my shield drops, and I'm gonna quickly open my eyes, and I wanna. What do his legs look like?
His legs are just like nubbed, like they're like octopus tentacles that are dangling off of like his body because he's held up by a pillar in his back, right?
Is what's supporting his body weight? Is it the pillar or the legs?
It's the pillar. It's like the suction cup, like flesh pillar.
Okay, and it's like suction cup. So is it firm on the ground?
Yes, because of the low gravity of the room, it seems like it's like what's keeping him, like you know.
Okay. Can I try and just like lash at his suction cup?
Yes, you can do that. Go ahead, roll.
15.
As your whip is swinging towards his flesh pillar, he swipes to the side and like dodges, and then he goes up the ceiling again. And he's on the ceiling right now, and his like limbs are dangling downwards, like he's like a big hand. And he's gonna like reach down and try to grab Barry.
Why is he targeting me so much?
Because you're attacking him.
You got them pheromones.
He did pheromone me.
He grabs you, Barry, and you're in his like you're in his clutch. Like basically, he wraps his entire body around you.
Ooh.
Take 4 points of damage.
I close my eyes again.
Do I get to go?
Yeah, go for it.
I want to shoot my memory invader at him.
It's a
It
helmet.
is a helmet.
It's a helmet.
Just to put it on
To
him.
be
or-
fair, I also remember it as a gun every time, just because everything
just
is
feels
a
like-
gun.
Yeah.
So basically, like his whole body is wrapped around Barry right now, and his head is dangling. So you could like, if you could jump up and like get the helmet on.
Well, okay. What if my karate hand is used for like a sprain?
What?
Yeah, wait, isn't the gravity lighter in here?
The gravity is
The gravity is lighter here.
Oh yeah. Okay. So no disadvantage.
What did? Back
Okay,
up.
Make
Pause. What did you mean to use your karate hand as a
No,
spring?
Okay. Look. I figured out it's low gravity. Let's not worry about it. That's not gonna be in the podcast. It's okay.
All right, it's low gravity.
Yeah, it's low gravity, which is what I knew was happening.
Roll dexterity, just regular dexterity.
11.
Go ahead and roll advantage, just because of the situation.
He's distracted by my pheromone.
Yes. 16.
With the light weight of the room, you're able to like leap and do like a karate flip. You're holding the helmet with both of your hands,
Yeah.
and as you turn perfectly to where like the helmet aligns with his head, and you get it over there, and basically your body just like warps into like a ghost kind of thing, kind of like in Super Mario Odyssey when like Mario's like possessing something, right?
Mhm.
And you go into his mind, and you're like traveling through this like a trippy like void, and you arrive on like a hillside at like a sunset in a like there's no flora or fauna you've ever like seen before. It looks like another dimension. Your mind is like sort of blown. There's colors you've never seen. There are smells you've never smelled. There's plants and animals you've never that don't really make sense. And it is Captain Flash sitting like at a purple sunset with like a miniature like sort of version of himself, presumably Susie.
He wouldn't know.
And Duddle Paw beside him as well. And they're just like sitting like sort of looking at the sunset.
This is weird. Keep in mind, my character never actually looked around the room or saw anything. So
Yeah.
I didn't know who it was double. So,
Yeah.
Well, that's crazy.
If anything, you're taking psychic damage just from like the fact that you're in like another dimension.
So they all look happy, these people?
They're happy. This is a happy memory.
Okay.
It looks very meaningful. It's basically to give you context, because you would have context. You're in his brain. This is the day before Captain Flash set out to travel to another dimension.
Oh. Okay, so, and do I get to change, how does it work? I just can change one aspect of it, or like one, like just whatever?
You could change one aspect of it with no limits. There are no limits to how you change this.
Okay, so I'm thinking first he poos his pants. That's just number
the
one.
one thing you're changing? That's the one thing?
Well, no, yeah, like he spoils himself pretty bad. It's like embarrassing.
In this planet, it is so like he shits himself, and for some reason his daughter starts applauding him. Like you don't really understand. Like there's some like it is just like a thing on this like in this universe.
God damn it. No, I chose the wrong. Okay, can I do another? Oh god,
she's like honored for some reason.
Oh god. Okay, wait. How about? Whoa. Wait, what? Oh, it's just his memory. I was like, what if Duddlepaw's not there? No, that's me doesn't exist, Sammy. No, that's not how that works. The timeline would be altered forever. Okay, here's what I want to happen. I want, like, Duddlepaw and, like, the mini version of Captain Flash and Flash himself to be talking and having a conversation. I want to look away from the sunset for a second.
Okay.
And then I want Captain Flash, just for a moment, he's only one. He looks at the sunset, and he sees a distorted, horrifying image of Barry's face. And he hears the whisper. He doesn't understand why. He hears a whisper. And he just hears, like, I'm coming for you. And then from on in, he like looks around and it's like everything's the same. Everything is the same. And if he brings it up, no one, like, Duddlepot didn't see it, and neither did the kid. So,
okay, so that happens, and like you warp out of his memory, and the helmet falls off, and it's like steaming. It's like it like short circuited. Basically, Captain Flash, his like eye dilates as he's like looking at Barry in his grasp, and he has like a traumatic response. And he freaks the fuck out, and he drops Barry instantly, and he like glides away from Barry. He's horrified of Barry.
What did you do in there, Blizzard Boy?
let's just say he's not gonna mess with Barry anymore.
Thanks, Blizzard Boy.
Of course, Barry.
I can wait. How long has it been since I hit him with the blow dart? Has it been past 5 turns?
Yeah, I'll say so.
Todd, try and see if you can attack his suction cup. That's the only thing keeping him on the ground.
Well, yeah, wait. Is he on the ground or the ceiling right now?
He's still on the ceiling. So Flash is like on the other side of the room. He's closest to Todd.
Okay.
Can I take Soup's rifle and try and shoot the suction cup at the bottom of the pillar?
So you're aiming for the contact point of the suction cup to the ceiling. Okay. Go ahead and roll.
5.
All right, you hit Jem. Roll damage.
No.
Okay, that's only a 1.
So Captain Flash is like sort of like avoiding Barry, and he's going to attack Todd. He's going to try to reach down at Todd. Todd, what's your dexterity?
8.
Okay, Todd, he reaches down and he grabs you. He wraps you in his body, and you now take 5 points of damage, and you're squirming around in his like limbs.
So considering that he only has one eye, he's pretty distracted with Todd right now, right?
I would say so. And sorry, I want to add one more thing. Todd, he is like staring into your eyes right now with his pupil, and in doing so, you like just like a rush of paranoia and anxiety fills your body. And
What else is new?
yeah, your heart is just like pounding like crazy, and you're having like basically like a panic attack. So roll disadvantage for the next like 2 turns on any roll. Our show is good because we have a realistic panic attack. What's the meme with like animated movie? Nothing.
Oh,
Okay.
Puss in Boots, yeah.
No, but yeah.
While he's distracted, I want to set in the middle of the room. I want to set down a hologram of myself, which is a stationary hologram that will mimic all of my movements.
So that is in the center of the room, and it'll be seen in most angles.
Yeah. Do I have time to attack?
Yeah, you could go ahead and attack.
Yeah, I want to. Instead of going for the suction cup, I want to try and like grab a couple of his arms and like damage them with the whip.
Okay, so you're aiming for his arms now. I'll remind you, Todd is in his arms.
Hi.
Okay, then I'll go for the suction cup. That's an 18.
Okay, your whip wraps around his flesh pillar that's suction cupped to the ceiling. So are you gonna like try to pull him off?
Would I still roll damage or?
Roll strength.
That's a 2. 5 minus 3.
Okay, you're trying to pull him off the ceiling, and you're just way too weak.
Can I still grab the shield, my shield, the heavier shield, and like wrap it around the other edge of the whip?
Okay, so you're wrapping the shield on your end.
Yeah, as a
whip.
weight.
Okay, you do that.
Well, first I want to see how does Captain Flash look? Does he look phased at all, or hurt, or like stunned?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna bust it out. I've had it for a while.
Sammy,
Bust it out.
I'm gonna
Well, Todd is like
turn your
wrap-
camera off
well,
first.
let me try that again. I've had an item that I've been carrying for a while. That okay. Well, this is now anything I say is okay. All right. I'm gonna pull out my blue tear. My blue tear. Not what it sounds
it was
like.
perfect.
Okay, you pull out
Yeah.
your blue pair from the
Okay.
buffet from episode
From
2.
the buffet.
From
From
I
for-
don't remember this.
This is like a little asterisk like index at the bottom of the page. Like
Yeah. And I'm gonna eat it. I hope this does something good.
Oh, wait, you don't actually know the effects of this item?
all I told you back then was that it was blue and bittersweet. In eating the pear, you experience like every stage of like grief as it like travels down your body. At each stage, like denial,
No, I didn't eat it.
anger,
Shut up. You're stupid. I'm mad.
bargaining.
Okay, here's the thing. Did I really eat the pear? I don't think I did. Let's work together on this, okay? Come on, me and you, pal.
Depression.
Oppression or depression?
Oh,
Oppression?
Depression.
God,
just
this
start
is a
oppressing
social
people with your-
injustice.
No.
We live in a corrupt society of inequality, and
Acceptance.
it tasted pretty good.
All right. So having gone through all of that, you feel like a stronger person, and from this point on, add +2 to your strength.
Oh, let's go! Holy shit! It was so worth eating that blue pear.
You do have permanent trauma that could be like accessed at like inopportune times. Like there are triggers.
Paralyted
Yeah,
trauma.
the pair-related trauma.
He has paratraumatic stress disorder.
Paratraumatic.
This bad. Do I get to still hit someone?
Yeah, I mean,
I'm gonna bust. No, God, dang it. Okay, I'm gonna fire.
I'm gonna bust
my
out my
bazooka.
cock.
I said block. No, so I'm gonna shoot my bazooka hand with my fingers on it, and then I'm gonna shoot my bazooka fingers through that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna have like 3 different or 4 different attacks.
Okay, so you're shooting the rest of your fingers along with the bazooka missile. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay, in all at Captain Flash,
Yes.
while Todd is in his hands.
you should aim for the
Well,
suction
it's-
cup.
Yeah.
For the bazooka, go ahead and roll dexterity. I'm going to say the missiles automatically go for what you're aiming for.
Okay. Oh, I got a 19. So 21. 21 for the bazooka.
Okay,
Oh.
your pinky, your ring, and your middle finger all fire forward, and one hits Captain Flash in the skull, another hits him in the back, and the third one hits him in the eye, and before the bazooka missile hits, like he drops Todd to the ground.
Yeah.
Ow.
The final missile hits him right in the stomach, and he's like temporarily knocked out, and his body's just dangling from the ceiling right now. So go ahead and roll damage for each finger in the bazooka.
So 22 damage total.
Yowzers.
Oh.
Captain Flash looks fucked up, and he's dangling just like limp, and he's like swinging Jem around, and she's like as his body's going back and forth from his flesh pillar, like Jem is like kind of like screams like
Guys, finish him!
I want to shoot the shield that's like dangling from him by the whip right now.
With your gravity rifle.
Yeah. Barry's shield that's dangling from that's like tied to him via the whip.
Okay, how many shots are you gonna go for? Are you just gonna shoot as many as you can?
Yeah, I just want to like rapid fire at it.
Okay, so you unload at this shield. You don't even really need to roll dexterity for this because you're like just walking up to it and just like shooting. And it gets heavier and heavier, and like the whip starts to pull down at like the suction cup, and you hear it like unsuctioning from the ceiling. And finally it detaches. And Captain Flash is now like floating. And like for him it's like zero gravity, this like weight, this gravity level. And he's just like flailing his like limbs about and trying to like regain balance, and like his like flesh pillar is like snapping at any surface trying to catch onto something.
Grab him. Can I try and use the rope to like wrap it around some of his arms? I have a rope with me, by the way. I pull out my rope.
As you do so, I mean, his flailing arms just like smack you. It decks you in the face basically, and you fly back. It's too strong. So go ahead, take 10 points of damage.
How does that deal 10 points of damage?
He is swinging like crazy, and he hits you with his sword. Like, actually, he hits you with his gem shield.
Oh,
and so she's also going to take damage.
I have 5 health.
Gem looks bloodied as well, by the way.
This is not good.
So the shield is like basically on the ground, and he's like tethered to it, but he's floating.
Yeah, I guess he's still technically tethered to like the shield. He's like anchored, basically.
And how high above the ground is he? Like,
he's like perfectly in the center of the like between the ceiling and the floor. So his suction cup, like his flesh pillar, like I said, it's like snapping at any surface. It's gonna snap at Blizzard Boy. The suction cup, like the base of it, like attaches to your face. It's like almost impossible to like disconnect. Like it is like attached.
Oh.
And it's just like it feels like your like skin is like coming off your skull. Take 6 points of damage.
Ooh, okay, I have 6 health.
Can I try and shoot another blow dart at him?
Yes, I will, but you have to roll disadvantage because his limbs are all flailing.
First roll is a 16. Second roll is that's an 18, so 16.
oh, okay.
Okay, what are you aiming for?
Is the suction cup a limb? And how would I control it?
No, well, you could control it with your tail.
Oh,
Okay, good
Yeah.
tail.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was afraid where this was going.
Yeah, I want to shoot at the suction cup.
You hit the suction cup, and it is now mirroring your tail's movement.
Okay, can I move my tail around? Can I like... Is Blizzard Boy still attached to it?
Blizzard Boy's still attached as you're moving like the pillar. So he's getting flung about like as you're waving your tail, like Blizzard Boy's body's like flailing.
Todd, get Blizzard Boy off of him.
Todd, like just runs over to Blizzard Boy's legs and like clamps on with his crab hand and just pulls as hard as he can. Can I shoot myself with the gravity gun as I'm pulling on him?
Yes, you can. So you anchor your feet better by like firing at your feet and making like them heavier. And they're like gravity boots, like that are just like magnetized to the ground right now. And you're pulling at Blizzard Boy. So as that's happening, Barry, what do you want to do?
I want to pull in the opposite direction to get him off of him. I want to move my tail in the opposite direction.
Blizzard Boy's face detaches with some like there's some ripped skin. I'm gonna say that. Take 4 points of damage, Blizzard Boy.
Oh, I'm at 2 health. I don't think I've ever felt this that much. I'm almost dead.
As like your life is flashing before your eyes, Blizzard Boy, like a voice just fills your head, and it's just like,
don't forget to take pictures.
Todd tries to awkwardly shuffle, but it's difficult because his feet are now super heavy.
You're like trying to run away. And because of that, like one of Captain Flash's like his sword swings at you, Todd, and it hits you because like you're like basically stuck in place.
Yeah.
Takes 6 points of damage. Todd, you are just like a bloody mess, not just like your blood, but like Quibble's blood, and like, you're just like you're like an action hero at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Considering Todd is basically like stuck right now, can I throw Soup's rifle to Barry?
Yes, but don't forget to. Or have you been rolling disadvantage, Todd, with the paranoia and stuff?
I haven't rolled since then. No.
So then you're gonna have to roll disadvantage right now.
Oh man, that's a 20. Oh man, that's a 1.
No.
Oh,
Dude.
my! What are the odds, bro?
So you throw the rifle, and it clanks below Captain Flash, and it makes a sound And Captain Flash locks onto that sound. And his flesh pillar like reaches down and it reattaches to the floor and he regains balance. He like drops his sword and he picks up Soup's rifle.
Oh my god. He's got a gun.
And he points it at Jem.
What an idiot. He's pointing it at his own shield. Oh, wait.
How flexible is his pillar? It's like bendy, right? It's like...
It is completely flexible, yeah.
With my tail, I'm just going to make it so that way he completely like bends in half and his eyeball just hits the floor.
Bend him towards me. Bend him towards me.
Okay, no. I bend him towards Todd.
Captain Flash's whole body bends towards Todd. And as that's happening, he's going to fire at Jem.
In this moment, can I spit in his eye?
With your venomous spit?
With my blinding spit, yeah.
I don't know why, I just thought you meant like as a disrespectful gesture, not like to actually stop him from doing anything.
He bends forward, he fires at Jem. As like his eye is like in front of you, you know, the little flaps on the sides of your head open up like a velociraptor and you fire your venomous spit into his eye. And you just hear like an acidic sizzle as his eye like glares red and he's like screaming in pain and he drops Jem. So he's basically like blinded and he's like kind of swirling around. He looks like completely fucked up.
Can I just like vigorously like shake my tail so he just hits all of the walls?
Yes. So you're just like shaking your tail around back and forth and you're like smacking him on every surface over and over. And like finally you slam him into the engine switch. You feel the whole ship rumble as it's powering off. Basically, it's like stopping movement, and Captain Flash like hobbles backwards, sort of. I mean, he slides backward, and his like limbs are flailing, and Jem's body unflattens, and it like rises, sort of like bread baking, and a heavenly glow illuminates the control deck. Before like Captain Flash like gives you guys like one last look and he's like, please deliver my letters to my daughter. And you watch as Captain Flash's body parts uncouple from one another and they reform into like 5 stone pillars.
Holy shit.
A glowing ball of light forges in the center of this formation. And this wondrous light suddenly fragments into crystals and it shoots into each of your foreheads. You all now know how to pilot the SSOS.
Oh my god.
The ship, just as that's happening, the ship halts to a stop, and you guys have defeated Captain Flash.
Jem, are you okay? Oh, I rush to Jem.
Jem has her hands folded over her chest, and she slowly removes them to reveal Captain Flash shot her right in the heart.
No, but we got the fuel. We can get you a new heart.
I don't think I'm gonna make it, boys.
Jem.
I'm glad it was me.
I hobble over and I'm like, Jem, I know you hate me or whatever. And even if it's not hate, you don't love me, but I'm still in a lot of pain seeing you go.
Jeremy, I'm so glad you found your father because I was no good to you. You deserve better. Truth be told, I love all of you. Blizzard Boy, I mean Jeremy, live a good life. Todd, eat your veggies. Barry, don't make the mistakes I did. Take care of each other. Her eyes start to flutter closed. Oh, and tell Glugon I'll see him in hell.
Jem, come on. There's got to be something. Anything around this ship that can help.
Jem does not respond.
Jem.
I hold Jem's hand. Todd pulls out his meme notebook and flips it open to a page that says "Friendship is forever" and places it on Jem's chest.
We cut to the engine, filled with hundreds and hundreds of sparkling universe balls. Your faces are reflected into the glass door of the engine as you stare at your reward. With the engine off, the door unseals and slowly swings open.
You know, we wanted to get this fuel to save Jem, but what do we do with it now?
Listen, I have so many memories on Adobe. I feel like it's only right we go back and rebuild it.
We may be able to rebuild the economy.
I mean, this.
The economy will come back. The economy will make a comeback.
I would finally be able to put my degree to use.
Well, it's settled. I guess we're rebuilding Adobe.
We cut back to the Skypool deck where the surviving Adobians are still celebrating and recuperating from the battle with Duddlepaw.
Lizard boy, you're back. You made it.
Dad, and he picks you up and he hoists you up and hugs you. At this point, like, Cup is like going around helping people and has basically just slotted into leadership at this point. You know, she's telling everyone what to do and like getting people up on like these makeshift like gurneys. And Cup is like, guys, you three shut off the ship, right?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Sure did.
My son took out the captain of a ship.
Well, guys, I mean, all those. I mean, you said the fuel is like worth a ton of money, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, we have like money for like multiple galaxies, like multiple, like that's riches beyond riches, right? We're thinking we help rebuild Adobe.
We're taking it home, Cup.
I mean, this is enough money to restore Adobe beyond what it was.
Oh.
If it wasn't for you, Blizzard Boy, and you, Todd, and Barry, and President Dadia, I mean, we were doomed to death. You know, you saved our people.
My God, did we really? I look up to Barry. Barry, did we save them?
I guess we did.
For y'all, I mean, we still have a future together, right? I mean, I think our heisting days are probably over. We're gonna stick together, right? Todd, Barry.
That
was too long of a silence.
They're
I was
like,
sick
oh,
there.
really, like, well, they don't want to answer, like,
Yeah, for sure.
like a thought cloud appears over Todd. He's just like imagining himself in like space Hawaii, like away from like. Let's get back to Adobe, like now. Actually, first, let's make a pit stop to another universe with a hospital. Now, I don't know how to fly this thing.
I think we'd know how to fly this.
I think I know a thing
I
or
think
two
we
about
know
flying.
how to fly. You're about to fly.
Barry, you think you could fly us to the nearest hospital?
Yeah. Leave it to me.
Barry runs off to the control deck to pilot the ship.
Let's get this ship to a hospital.
Cup walks up to you, Todd, and she's like, "Hey, Todd, I heard you're like some sort of resource management intern. Is that accurate?"
I like to think I've graduated past intern under the circumstances.
Well, I was gonna do that, and you kind of just ruined the moment.
Oh.
Oh my God.
Would you like a job? A full-time job in resource management. We're gonna need someone to lead that department.
Boy, would I. I mean, if you're offering.
Whoa. How much are you gonna pay him?
A medium wage salary.
That's more than I made as an intern.
Wait, don't take that. Don't take it. I whisper in his ear. I whisper in his ear like, medium wage salary with benefits.
What the fuck does Blizzard know about like negotiating salary?
Todd, with benefits.
With benefits?
All right, I guess like we could add like health insurance.
Does that include dental?
We can't do dental.
Good enough.
Look, you
I lost most of my teeth in that fight anyways.
Congratulations, Todd. I'm glad you finally got that job.
And she shakes your hand.
It hurts her immensely.
Yeah. And Blizzard Boy.
Yes.
And she looks at you, and there's like a moment before she says anything, and then she just like ruffles your hair and walks away.
Affection. I blush a little bit. All right, Dad. I look up to him.
Yeah, this is literally the first time you've ever like looked up to like a parental figure. Like it's always you like looking like at the same level or down.
I'm like, yeah, Dad. I guess. Do you think maybe we could live together? You know, in the same, like, same house and everything.
Jeremy, I would love that. I mean, Blizzard Boy. Sorry, I'll have to.
No, it's okay. I like both. But I guess maybe I should retire the name Blizzard Boy.
That's gonna take some getting used to.
As this is happening, on the walkie-talkie in general, and Blizzard Boy, you hear this because you're next to Cup. It powers on, and you just hear,
Boys, you did it! The engine's off! What's going on out there?
Here, and then Cup just like she like hands you the walkie-talkie. She's like, I don't think we need this anymore. Here, this is yours. Thanks for letting me borrow this. Go ahead, Blizzard Boy.
Oh shit, Glugon.
Now that you got all the fuel and you saved your people. What about me?
Yeah, no, I mean you can come too for sure. You can come out.
No, if I leave, I'll turn to dust. I'm 900 years old. This is a stasis cube.
Oh shit. I turned the walkie-talkie off. Is there like a?
I thought you were just gonna turn it off.
Turn off the stasis cube.
I thought you were just gonna never mention him again.
Y'all, is there a way to like save Glugon's life?
I don't think so. Also, he does kind of deserve it. He did kind of was one of the pirates who caused the captain to start destroying galaxies in the first place.
Right, but I feel like that's probably you probably didn't think that he was gonna murder like millions upon millions of people and like multiple, like hundreds of different galaxies. I don't think he meant that. Probably.
I'd like to add, since I'm part of this conversation and you can't do anything about it, I was not one of the pirates who made it off. I'm a failure. It's not technically my fault.
Well, no, but that's even worse.
You mission, you did the same exact thing as me.
Yeah, but we saved people. You killed so many.
It's just luck.
Oh, okay, fuck you, Glugon. Maybe we shouldn't help you.
To be fair,
asshole.
I did kill one of his hands, so I'd say that makes us even.
Yeah,
All right,
I'd say we're even.
All right, we're even.
Classic Hammurabi's code.
One hand for like billions of galaxies and lives.
One hand for millions. Well, we know how to pilot. Like, we know everything about how the ship works, right?
Yeah.
Do we know anything about like stasis cube extension, beyond cell, whatever? Like,
There's no way to move him from one area to the next, right? Like, because he's in the stasis cube. If he leaves, he's gonna die instantly. However, you can turn him into data the way you turned like the Tobeeps into data, and like make him part of the ship, and that's the only way he could live.
Okay. Well, Glugon, I only know this because we, killed the captain and we received his information through some type of sci-fi. But anyways, you can become part of the ship. I mean, your physical body can never leave, but at least you could live on, in the entire ship versus just that tiny little cell.
As long as you're not super fond of being corporeal.
Yeah, I've been corporeal for 900 years now. I think it's time for an afterlife.
And hey, maybe we make this place a museum. We bring the SSOS down, build up Adobe, and then you'll just have company.
I call dibs on the SSOS.
Okay, well you can't. Well, you can't call. I mean, Barry, come on, we didn't know.
Nope,
I
call dibs.
Okay, nose goes. Nose goes.
I already touched my nose. You don't even have a nose.
No, but I was already touching my nose.
You're a lizard.
we even
You don't
have
have a
noses?
I was
Aren't we like
touching my
You
lizards?
lizard don't even have a nose.
What you guys didn't realize,
Blizzard's
Glugon touched his nose first.
son of a bitch, Glugon,
Classic
you
Glugon.
motherfucker.
Epilogue time.
I guess we're headed home.
All right.
We cut to a shot of the SSOS in space, gliding back to the ruins of Adobe. And in the sky are shooting stars that are actually the dead bodies of the Duddlepaw gang, burning and falling back into the atmosphere. And it's just like a beautiful sight of the sky lit up as the SSOS returns the Adobean people back home. We see Glugon getting beamed up through the ship and into like the user manual simulation to his own like happiest memory, and he's like back on his planet with his people, and it's not real, but it's basically an afterlife for him. It's like the happiest moment in his life, and he gets to live that forever. We cut to like the SSOS like landed on Adobe, and in the background you could see like the structures like half like rebuilt, and like all of the like injured Adobians are like healing and rebuilding. Professor Cup at this point is like elected the next president of Adobe. She basically in the future like leads the Adobians to a new era of like prosperity and peace and power. Like, you guys are going to rebuild and become beyond what you once were. And Barry, Todd, and Jeremy, you guys are like basically surrounding Jem's dead body, and like you are preparing to like bury her.
Anyone have some final words? Maybe I should go first. I feel like they're the most complicated. I think I said a lot of what I wanted to before she passed away. It's cool that she felt guilt. She really hated President Dahlia. Do you remember when she used to be like, oh, I fucking hate that guy. I fucking wish he was dead. God, he fucking ruined this planet.
Oh, good times.
Yeah, I remember that. She used to do that a lot to me. But I'm not glad she's gone. But I guess I was gonna move on no matter what. I have a new family now, which is my old family. So I guess that's it then.
Todd, do you want to say anything?
Jim was, in a way, my first boss after graduation. And even though the job that I signed up for turned out to be illegal activities, she gave me experience, not just in the field, but in being loved.
Damn.
Todd wipes his eyes with his cactus hands, which causes him to cry a little more.
Jem raised me. I was in a bad place without her, and I would have stayed in that place. She made me into the person I am today. And without her, I wouldn't be here. None of us would be here. And I learned everything I know from her. I took her skills, and I took her bits. I stole her butter bit. That was hers. She was a lot different when we were both younger. And I'm always gonna miss her.
We cut to a coffin lowering into the ground, and Jem Dreamweaver's gravestone is engraved with a broken heart, still loved. We cut to you guys' future with all this money. Adobe is prosperous and rebuilt, and it's like a golden age for your people. Okay, tell me you guys' and tell me each of you what you do now, what your lives are like.
So fast forward, so first thing after Jem is buried, Barry is just he's gonna get on the SSOS, and if he's gonna take Soup with him.
You walk into a diner and find Soup at the bar eating spaghetti.
Hey, Soup, what's up?
Oh, Barry, hey, how's it going?
So, with the Duddlepog gang gone, you don't have any ties to anyone, right? You're chilling.
I'm a free man, just me and spaghetti.
So, where you gonna go?
Well, I am gonna need a new job, so I don't know. I was thinking accounting.
Well, I've got an idea for what to do with the SSOS, and I was wondering if you want to join me, be my co-captain.
Here's my condition. I'll be your co-pilot if I can handle ox.
Oh yeah, you got the ox.
I'm in.
What kind of music does Soup like to listen to?
This is a very important question. I imagine he just listens to lo-fi
Sounds of man eating spaghetti.
Sounds of man eating spaghetti and Coldplay.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
I just remember. Yeah, Jerusalem bells are ringing. Fire sing. And then Barry he's gonna go off. He's gonna rename it to the SS Barry. He's gonna make an actual cruise ship, not an evil one, just a regular cruise ship. and then every and then 5 years down the line, he's gonna come back. And he's just for a year just to hang out, and then he'll go. He'll pilot the cruise ship again with Soup.
It cuts to the SS Barry visiting a bunch of planets. And it's just the last shot of Barry is him on the planet of the Sonics. And it's just this tropical planet with delicious fruits and
Green
stuff.
Hill Zone.
And
Yeah, it's Green Hill Zone.
and you're just sipping out of a coconut or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Alfonso and his people made it off the ship, of course. You took them to a new planet, and same with all of the servants on the ship that were kidnapped.
Mm-hmm.
They're all you took them basically all back to their planets.
Yeah.
Todd is working just in an office. He's basically now the head of this company that deals in distributing resources to dedicated towards helping people get back on their feet after this whole disaster. And we see his office, it's just like covered in like those really like lame motivational posters and all that. His cactus hand is now like very large, like it's grown at this point. And just a little on the side, he also has like a secret mafia that like basically just like beats up anyone who tries to mismanage his resources, but he keeps that on the down low.
Yeah, I was gonna say like on his desk is like just like Quibble's beanie. Just like it's just there, like
and there may or may not still be some scalp attached to it.
So, I guess Jeremy moved back in with his dad, President Dahlia. We probably got a place in like it's suburbia, like back to like the status quo for them, like normal quote unquote family. President Dahlia got a job at how just like odd jobs here and there. I think maybe work for like a Radio Shack or like you know what I'm saying, like just like as a salesperson. He's not very good, but he really cares, and like it's like or maybe it's like a local business. It's something like that, it's something like that. And he puts food on the table, even though he doesn't need to, like where I'm loaded. Blizzard Boy, Jeremy's loaded. And I think Jeremy just lived out a relatively normal childhood and moved on to do just like the very normal things, like go to college and get a job somewhere. I don't think.
What did he major in?
What do he communications? No, it's like very, very average. I think I don't know I don't know how far in the future we're going.
Jeremy is
right now, like,
still in therapy about trauma from like death and like apocalyptic like
like
in pairs
and moms.
It's mostly pairs though.
Yeah, I think that's like probably the main thing.
And he also has like he's also like dealt with like rabies.
Where? From when?
Sonic bit his like ankles and like gave him rabies.
Oh yeah,
I forgot about that.
Fucking Sonic. Fucking crazy Sonic.
Did his leg ever heal from like when he fell off the diving board?
Yeah, his leg eventually healed, of course, yeah.
But the scars. He would have been a fucked up adult if he didn't have the support from his dad and like the money to get like the help he needed. So he's growing up to be a well-adjusted adult, and I think he makes attempts not constantly, but consistently to keep up with Barry and just Barry and Todd as well. And Todd as well. Especially in the younger years, he really valued those connections, and
he gets free trips on the cruise.
Yeah, he's always hitting up Barry in that same way. Barry, yeah. I think it ends with like sort of like a high school reunion, like 20 years later, and it's just like us, like on the SS Barry with like Cop and like Soup and just all of
Barry's
the
wearing
whole
the
gang
same.
stuff.
Barry's wearing the same sunglasses, but now with a Hawaiian shirt and cargo shorts.
It's like all the SSOS survivors or whatever. It opened. It's from Barry's perspective. Like Barry walks in with his like sunglasses and like vacation shirt or whatever, and he's like looking around, and like you see first like Jeremy like in the corner like talking to like a much older like Jeff Bop who's like he's talking to Jeremy and he's trying to sell him some essential oils, and Jeremy is like completely buying into it. and Todd is just like in business attire, like just like as a suit and tie, and he has like business cards he's like handing out and like having like normal like conversations with people. So that's how it like opens.
Hey, BB.
I don't look at I don't go by that.
Jeremy.
I do like a double take, and I'm like my mouth is agape, my eyes light up, and I rush over.
And like as it's happening, like you were about to hand like Jip Papa like a bag full of money for like and, like you turn around before you do it, like, and he like snaps his finger like dang it, like
Barry, I rush in for a huge hug.
Yeah, he hugs back.
I give it like a bear hug. Oh my gosh, I love the shirt. Look at these cargo shorts. Barry, my man, how have you been?
I've been good.
How long has it been since we've seen for the DM?
20 years.
How have you been, man?
It's weird. You're taller than me now.
Yeah, I'm like an inch taller.
Yeah.
Like,
You're 5
Oh,
foot.
wait,
You're
yeah,
5
yeah,
foot
hold on, I'm
1.
looking down on you. I forgot. Okay.
You're 5'1".
Yeah.
Just like barely taller.
Crazy how times change, huh?
Uh-huh.
Have you seen Todd around?
I think
Where's that little scamp?
I think he's over there. I look over at, like his collection of business people he's interacting with.
I want to wave at him. I don't know if Barry wants to do the same.
I wave, yeah.
Just like a knowing smile and wave.
Todd is like a cutthroat businessman. He just like ignores you. He's like... No, sorry, continue.
Oh, Barry. Haven't seen you in so long.
Todd, what happened to your voice?
Todd, oh my gosh.
I was finally able to afford the surgery on my nasal passages.
Holy shit, Todd. Oh my god.
Todd's also been like, I assume Todd's also been like hitting the gym, and he's like kind of like fit now, and like.
I had to bulk up in order to get around now that my feet weigh 40 pounds each.
Todd, I gotta say your stature is looking a lot fuller. I wanna pat him on the back. I wanna go for a classic man greeting.
A pat on the back is a classic man.
Classic man greeting.
Like no, you know what I mean. Like
classic
I'm not
man
gonna hug him. No, like you know, like shake. No, listen. Like a shake hand, and then like you pull him in, and then you like pat him on the back.
Yeah,
You know what
I
I'm
got
saying?
you. I know what you're
It's
saying.
you don't hug. You don't hug.
Well, it's good. It's good to finally be back all together. I've seen you a couple times, BB, like when I visited, but I haven't seen Todd. You've always been so busy.
We sure have come a long way since our old heisting, haven't we?
I think those days are long behind us.
Mhm.
Certainly. Todd like gestures to a group of goons behind him and like tells them to like get like hide.
Yeah, no, that criminal activity stuff. You know, when we were younger, it was fun, or when there was a necessity for it. But we're all better off now, I think. So we got to commemorate the moment. Can we get a picture?
Let's get a picture.
If you insist.
I pulled up the camera that my dad gave me, President Dahlia, back on the SSOS. Should we ask someone to take it?
Right when you say that, a hologram of Glugon appears before you, and he's like,
"No need for that, boys. Hand it here."
Glugon takes the camera, and you all pose for the photo, and he's like,
"All right, everybody say, double paw."
I do a big old smile.
Barry also does a big old smile.
It takes the picture and then it just like cuts to like the image. It's like now on a notebook
and
with
it's,
like a
playing,
really really lame, like 2012 meme font underneath it, and it's in a notebook.
It's like then a somber song plays like on guitar, like kind of like it brings up like nostalgia and
No. I just imagine like we take that one picture and then like the credits start, like the music starts playing, like the credits show up, and it just like shows like different pictures that were not taken during the game, but like that of like
like a slideshow of like them in between. Yeah. No, that's good.
All the times you guys like needed to take a shit like during the game.
Yeah.
it's just an album full of all the times you guys used the bathroom that we cut, like your characters. Like it's like really somber, like guitar, and like it's like. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart if you've listened this far into the podcast. This was a ton of fun to make, and it was a much bigger project than I thought it was going to be. We originally just recorded the first episode as an experiment because we knew we wanted to make a tabletop role-playing podcast, but I ended up editing what we recorded, and we all liked it, and we decided to keep playing, and things evolved from there. So I want to thank not just you guys, but my friends for adjusting really quickly to what we were doing. I'm extremely proud of this, but I definitely learned a lot doing this, and I think what we do next is going to be so much better. So if you like what you heard, be sure to subscribe, give us a 5-star review, and we have an idea of what we want to do next. If we go through with it, it'll be Very different, but very much the same energy. I'll put it that way. If you'd like to play the SSOS yourself, you could find a copy on drivethrurpg.com. Just look up Universe Ball Anthology in the SSOS, and we also have some fun one-shots that you could download for free. Blizzard Boy is played by Sami Jarbouh, who co-created the original game with me back in 2020. Barry Tartman is played by Ryan Fahed, and Todd Zodd Mclodd is played by Daniel Williams. I've been your editor, your game master, and the voice in your head, Dylan Assad, and I'll see you next season. So long, strange creatures.